Welcome back to the DZN Podcast. I'm your host, Dre, and I am here with Zoe and special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, sir.
It's your boy, like Charcoal / Tyler.
Trying to come in all smooth for no reason. All right. First and foremost, we will start, since we had an interesting video to look at a second ago. Kanye West, aka Kanye West. Let's talk about it.
Ooh.
Before we go into what we just looked at on the phone, visiting Trump in the White House. Well, what's going on with your boy? Well, our boy, supposedly.
I think Trump had to give him a go ahead on some of his products that he tried to get out. I think he's trying to do this. It's selfish, bro. Or like he's just doing it to be different, which is not that hard to believe.
Mm-hmm. What's that? It was a W for him, a little bit. He went in the White House and he said, what's his name? He said free, what's his name? I forgot his name. He went in the White House and said free somebody that...
He was African American?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I forgot his name.
That still don't earn cool points for me, though. I'm gonna tell you
Not
why.
cool points, but like, just kind of like a minor, like, okay, at least he's not...
But just know if Bill Cosby gets out soon, I had to do something with that. Had to.
All right. I will talk about Bill Cosby again, but I talked about Bill Cosby almost like 4 times in the last 2 weeks. So I'm not going to touch on Bill Cosby again. I'm going to just say this about Bill Cosby. What he did was messed up. If he didn't do it, all right, off the table. But what I've heard that he did is messed up. It shouldn't be done. Women should not be raped in any circumstance. Drugged, influenced. He had enough money to do it without having to put a Quaalude in somebody's drink, if that's what he did. Because we really don't know what really happened.
Right.
Nobody knows except him and that girl. Or the girls. Women. Excuse me. So that's
some of them don't even know.
See, like I said, that's all I'm saying about Cosby. All right, back to Kanye. Back to this guy.
Man, isn't that crazy? They came out with a show called Little Bill.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right. Next subject.
Yeah. Back to Kanye though. That little asterisk about him sounding the free black dude, that don't earn no cool points. It's like, why are you there? You know what homie thinks of us. You know what he thinks about everybody but himself. But maybe he respects him because it's literally a mirror of who Kanye is, really. Maybe that's why he really messed with him so hard.
A narcissistic 70-year-old white man.
Yeah, he said free Larry Hoover. That's what it was.
Oh, Larry Hoover. I don't know who that is. But
I don't know who he is either. They sound like a nigga.
Just know that's like big time. Like, that's like, oh, you bold, motherfucker. You bold.
Gotcha. But the crazy thing is, I had a thought, like, maybe Kanye doing like this master plan, this total trickery of mind fuck. I'm gonna act like I'm pandering to white people, but then when they let me in all the way, I'm gonna be like, ha, I'm still black. Ha, ha, ha.
And he
do some
really
crazy shit.
did something like that recently to Drake. So
I think that could be true, unless he's like smart. He wouldn't be like, ha, I'm actually still black, I'm gonna fuck you over. I think he's gonna make it equal, if anything. He wouldn't do that. He'd probably make it equal.
That sounds
if he's smart.
But I think he's too in his head.
Right.
But we can't forget, he's not well in his brain. He's not well.
He not.
It's not even a joke. He really is not. There's something wrong
no,
with
they
that.
came out. He's bipolar. I mean, yeah, he's got the bipolar disorder.
Yeah,
But that's
on opioids and shit.
Yeah, but it's not just being bipolar. He was on drugs. Like, he's getting liposuction.
Right.
He doesn't look. It seems like he doesn't look himself in the mirror and have the mindset of, I like what I see.
I don't know what's going on with him, man.
He really looks in the. He really feel like he really looks in the mirror and says, doesn't do, like he likes what he sees.
Right.
It's really weird.
And then you can tell he got bullied, and then like he came out with a clothing line. And if you see some of the clothes, they kind of look like rags. So like he's trying to make the rich ass niggas buy like the shit that looks like rags. So the people who really have to live like that and have holes in their shit can look the exact same. And I thought like, yo, if that was what he was planning to do, that shit is genius. He had to think like so many moves ahead.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I think he's trying to just show like we are all still people, no matter what we got on. I see what you're saying.
There's a different way to pass that message than what he's doing. That's the only issue I have.
But it's not a bad message though. It's not a bad way.
Definitely. He's just like, that's just him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I like since I went through like psychology a little bit, like from my experience and what I've seen him do, he's more of like he's not like, he can't articulate himself, so he doesn't live like in the same area of his brain that we do. Right. He just stays at his creative side. So like whatever he's trying to get to you, he's thinking a couple steps ahead, but like when it comes to talking to you, he has to like realize what he's doing, and that kind of takes away some of his intelligence.
I get what you're saying, but in that case, have somebody else reciprocate that message.
True. True. That's he needs a spokesperson.
Yeah, that's all he has to do.
And he's like, what's that shit off Key and Peele? He needs that nigga. Like,
yeah, ventriloquist.
Yeah, but like the reverse.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Obama joint?
Yeah, the reverse. He needs that, but like in reverse. Like a chill nigga. Like, yeah. Guys, it's not that bad. Like he needs somebody like that.
What his manager is saying to this motherfucker, like,
bro, he's probably bald. Like he probably ripped off his hair, bro.
Like, I'm not surprised. Everybody around them should be bald. Everybody around Kanye should be bald right now.
Honestly,
like really,
his wife, his kid.
His kid don't know what's going on, obviously, because like you heard about the kid asking Kim K, "Mommy, why are we famous? Or why are you famous?" And she goes, "Oh, I got it. Get this right now." She goes, "We have a TV show." Bitch, you know that. Why you
famous? Well, it's another interesting discussion. Why are people quote unquote like Kim Kardashian famous? Let's walk into that little conversation.
They gave somebody head and somebody else got the head and then somebody else got their dick sucked.
Ray J.
However, you can't be dumb and do all that and make money off of it. You can't be stupid.
Well, I mean, she has a TV show.
But how did she get the TV show? How did she get to that point? She didn't just...
Bitches have been sucking.
They've had that TV show since they were like kids, though.
That's what I'm saying.
They were really young. Their parents really had it, though.
It's always a brain behind the operation.
It was the parents.
It was the mom. Not the parents, the mom.
Because the husband is just...
Homie. We just gonna say homie on something different. Yeah. That's all we gonna say about that.
The other wife.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I could not believe it.
I was like, I'm never watching another movie, but I'm sorry, I just can't.
Yes.
It's a big ass jaw.
Alright, okay. Anything else on Kanye for this moment?
I mean, he crazy, but don't sleep on him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of this shit gonna turn out good.
Okay, let's just 76ers this with Kanye. Trust the process. Trust it or don't.
I'm right now. I'm on the don't side because I'm like 2 or 3 more statements away from getting the fuck out of here.
Because he looks like he's 2 chromosomes away from being retarded. Kanye.
I feel like he's really like just like 2 away from getting the fuck out of here. Honestly, my brain, bro. Like, yo, man.
I'll still listen to old Kanye, but this Kanye,
bro. His next album's called Yandi, bro.
The music? You're talking about the music?
His next album's called Yandi.
I Ben gave up. The music.
Yeah, I gave up when he started to name his albums not words.
Jesus.
Oh, you know what he means by Jesus.
I know what he means, but like it wasn't a word.
I don't believe in God, I believe in me. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I am bigger and better than the superior.
Yeah.
It's not wrong to think that.
Ain't nothing wrong with some confidence, but
it's just like on that level, my G. Talking about Walt Disney and shit.
Yeah.
Talking about Michelangelo, Warhol.
Right.
Alright. Let's talk about the power of words. Now, I don't know if y'all heard me say this, but the words matter thing I like to say. As far as, not even just in music, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
What comes out of your mouth matters, because words are really powerful.
Right.
Whether people like to admit it or not. It's just when people misuse and misdirect their words in conversation and say, oh, it's only for entertainment, it's only for a certain crowd or audience. Other people are going to listen to that too and latch on to what you say and take it literal.
Right.
People will listen to, I'm going to kill myself, and want to try to do it because you're a very popular person. Mm-hmm. People are going to listen to songs that say, I'm on drugs all the time, and want to do it because you're popular.
That is true.
But people are going to say, I have been sober for a certain amount of years.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to try to do that too, saying it's possible. Oh, I'm going to be the greatest person alive. I came from nothing. People are going to listen to that too.
Jeezy.
Mm-hmm.
Not even just him, it's a bunch of other people too.
This is the first thing that popped up.
Yeah. Like I said, you can get it yourself. If you hustle, grind, and work hard, you can get it yourself.
Right.
Jay-Z. Boom.
True. Meek Mill. Bro, Meek Mill is so underrated, bro. I know this is not on topic, but Meek Mill is really underrated.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, he's underrated because, like I said last time, we said the fall off period he kind of had with Nicki Minaj a little bit and the Drake beef. That didn't help. But now he's bouncing back. He's on the upscale.
Yeah, and Drake and him are cool now. So.
No, I seen it. Yeah, we seen it. Yeah, we all seen it. Yeah.
Yep.
There was a video on that that's really funny. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all might have already seen this.
Yeah, we'll see it after. But what are y'all thoughts on like the power of words and the words matter thing?
I think like once I started listening to what other people like started saying, like I started like actually paying attention to what goes on. I see like the power of words, because like sometimes like and definitely like if you're a famous person and you're saying like and you're like you're being like who you are, like how you've been raised, but it looked like it's ghetto or whatnot, and then white people start thinking that everybody like that. But like
it's not that. It's okay. It is that, but they never seen the actions that you're committing or the ways you say words. They have never seen that, so they're gonna think what they seen on TV. Oh, it's ghetto, it's not right. But it's just where you come from. That's how everybody talks. Mm-hmm. So they may be racist or bigoted, but they might just be ignorant to where we come from, where you, him, he, or she, her come from. Mm-hmm. It ain't just it's just surface stuff. It's a little deeper than that. They don't know where you come from. They come from a certain area, and you come from a certain area. That's how like that. Those lines get blurred. And if you don't teach them and put them up on game, they're gonna keep thinking that same way the whole time.
True. Yeah, and it affects the person who's saying it too.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah, it's like when like you're a kid sitting at home when you real little and you try to understand like why is this person talking to me like this? Why will that person not hang out with me because I look a certain way or I talk a certain way? Mm-hmm. It makes the kids lose their innocence because of what their other person's parents taught them and made them seem at a certain age, at an early age.
True, and they start saying, well, I am this and I am that, and then like they live it, right, and accept it. I don't know how that stacks up, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You.
What about the words?
Words matter. Power words.
Words definitely matter, because like more of this generation is listening to music, which is not a problem, but it's the music that is being played most. Because why? It's easy to make. Anybody can rap about Zans. Anybody can rap about death. Anybody can rap about suicide. Anybody can rap about lean, doing drugs and stuff like that. It's easy, and they do it on these easy beats, so it's really easy access. And you got SoundCloud, which is easy platform to put your music on, and you can put it out, have some friends listen to it, shit like that. And if they doing that, and half the time, like with Future, like when he went on the interview and he was like, "Nah, I don't even drink lean as much as I say," that really made us look like
The fuck?
You know, you got half of the generation fucked up and dying because of you. And maybe not just because of him, but a lot of other people are doing it because they're like, oh, this is what's hot now. And it's a money move. And when people say it's a money move, they're like, wow. So when you rapping about lean and you don't even do it, it just makes the people around you, like, honestly, it just makes you look like a killer. To me, in my eyes, that's what it's like of a lot of people, like, that get affected by those words that you say. And when you, like, with X, like, people are, oh, he changed my life, he made me stop doing suicide. Like, he talked about death, but the way he did it, the way he went about it, he just made it seem like you're not alone. You are, like, you're not alone at all. Like, you don't have to do it for this and that reason. That's why he saved a lot of lives, because of his words. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So words do matter. Like, they definitely matter, especially in how you say it, who you say it to. Like, you know, if you have a fat friend, like, if you have a fat friend, you know not to say nothing about his weight, unless you're trying to keep it real. If you're not gonna say it in a bad tone, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
You have to keep it real.
You gotta keep it real, of course.
So that person could lose weight, because obesity is a problem in America. It really is. You can't it's not fun being fat. It's not fun. I've been fat. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not healthy either.
Yeah.
So you have to tell them, hey, look, you're losing your weight a little bit. We need, so you can stay alive, I need you to get in the gym.
Yeah.
I need you to eat better.
Definitely.
Or you could say, hey, my G, you fat as fuck. Like, yo.
Yeah, but it depends on that person's personality, right?
Yeah.
And so when you say it in a either nice or bad way, depending on how you say it, can either affect their life in a positive way or a negative way. All because your words.
Yeah. Like, they're just taking it out of, like, just music and just in regular conversation or politics.
Yeah, I just use music as a prime example.
Yeah. But politics, you see, half of these motherfuckers don't even believe what they say when they saying it. You got all a bunch of people saying they're gonna change this, change that, do this, do that, and they get in office and do nothing. It makes a country lose hope in what you're saying and what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, when you look, it's like, don't tell me it's raining when the fucking sky is clear. Or don't piss on me and tell me it's raining.
Yeah.
If you look on TV, see all the bullshit people tell you, like, when people in school been telling you, you can't do this and that with certain math equations, or you can't do this in certain English sentences. And then you get to the next grade, it's like, no, they lied to you. You can actually do that. You just wasn't ready for it yet, supposedly.
Yeah.
It's like, you've been hearing, as a kid, you hear lies your whole life. And then when you get older, it's like, well, what the fuck I'm supposed to believe in now?
Yeah.
And just like, even with religion, you go, it's, people say, oh, Jesus is white. No. He came from, I may be wrong about this, like, I think it's like Nazareth, something like, where brown people are.
They say I know he was all racist. That's what I thought. I don't know if that's true, but
like I said, man, people hear a lot their whole lives. So when they grow up, they don't know who or what to believe in, because they've been told misinformation their whole life. And now they're at the age where they're trying to figure out life and where they need to go. It's like, damn, y'all been hiding me under my shell. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? That's why some kids off themselves.
yeah.
That's why some kids get depressed, have anxiety, because they haven't been told the truth or how to deal with certain things. So they don't know how to deal with life as they get older.
Right.
And that's really what's fucking us up. People not keeping it real at all. Reality TV, fake as fuck now. It used to be real when it first started.
It used to.
Well, Making the Band and Real World and shit like that.
What's his name? Flavor Flav.
Flavor of Love.
Like, he had all them girls. That was his life, literally. That was his life.
Yeah, doing, like I said. Now all that shit, like, on Instagram, you got fake ass pages. You can buy followers on fucking Instagram, bro. You can buy them shits. Make it seem like you popping when you ain't popping.
But you want to know why? they have to do it all fake, and there's like even on YouTube they call it clickbait. You know what that is? Yeah. Because it's an easy way to make money because the kids are getting way smarter. They're just like, okay, I see what's about to happen. Because a lot of kids now, like, I started saying, this is like the one thing you hear in high school. Why am I learning this? I'm not gonna learn in real life. I said that my first time in like 10th grade. I hear kids say it in 6th now. They starting to see way before it even happens. That's why you got so many kids that are streaming, doing all this type of thing because they're like, hey, I gotta get some money, gotta get to the bag.
But the thing is, half of these niggas getting money don't know what to fucking do with it. That's the another issue. Niggas don't know.
That's a good problem to have.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not a good problem. Because when you get a lot of money and don't know how to use it, that's how you get strung out on drugs. That's how you end up homeless, depressed, having anxiety. That's how that shit ends up happening. That's how you end up, unfortunately, ended up like Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson.
I think that's in there. You can't take an artist because the artist is different. They're a different type of human being. Well, if you get a normal human being, like say me, then I'm not gonna get strung out on drugs. I'll probably just buy more weed.
The thing is, you don't know. You really don't know until you get it.
But like it doesn't. It just amplifies who you are, the money. So like your artists, they're living on the edge of like depression and that all the time. So they need like if a real pure artist that's in it just to express themselves as the best they can, and they just master their craft. Like they're a different type of people. That's why you see them are the main motherfuckers that be so passionate and they can get get really low and get the highest highs, but still.
But why is it the real like big artists doing drugs? It's always the big artists. But like says like Tyler Creator, he doesn't smoke. He don't do no type of drugs. He's like middle class, like, but he's up there, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of personality and pressure.
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston was another one. And
but like their childhood kind of was bad, like.
But still,
so it's just like it's so many things you can't just say like the money is gonna make them string. You string out on drugs.
Now, I'm not even talking about just money right now. When I talk about that, the pressure that they're under as artists, they can't go outside and go walk to the store anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
That messes with your head. Thing about even though Jay-Z deals with it well, I think. But then again, he had to go to therapy too.
You still are a person, but you can't live like that no more.
You really can't live like a normal human, even though you still are, because you have a lot of money and a lot of fame.
Yep.
It's not even the money that kills people most of the time. It's really the fame. It's really the stature,
That's my foot.
Like I said, the stature, the mythical being of a superior human when we're really all the same. That person just has more money and more recognition than one person.
Because of something he did, pretty much.
Because of a talent that he or she is really good at.
Right.
That's the thing that really messes people up is the aura. And now if you're not able to handle it, that's what makes you go off the deep end. But if you grow up able to handle it, then you straight. But you have to make adjustments along the way because there's people around you.
He got a point. Because look at Will Smith. I mean, you can tell. Like, of course, he's famous. He's hella money. He probably smoked a little weed here and there. Had to. But look at his kids. Great.
Yeah,
all of them. Pure as fuck, man. Pure as fuck. Don't do no drugs. None of that. Because they know how to handle it. They grew up with it.
True.
That's why. So I see what you're saying, though. Just off it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like I say, you gotta deal with the fame. It's not even just money. You gotta deal with fame now. See, Tyler, the Creator, he has money and fame, but it's not to that level. And he has a different personality than those people too.
He's not a superstar though. He's I don't even know if he's worldwide.
He is, but he's not to the level of the Jay-Z's, the Whitney Houstons. But he's really talented.
Yeah, he's not on A level.
No, definitely he's talented.
I'm talking about the fame is the big kicker, and he's from California, so it's kind of different. He's from there, so he knows.
Look at Diddy,
Harlem.
I feel like it's all about how you're raised, and if you just don't let it get away from you. Like my friend Lewis that was just here, his cousin is Roxy from 106 Park. His first cousin. She said she said one thing to keep her from like going off the edge or doing any type of drugs, because she never has like the feeling of doing it. She's just like, I always just do something that keeps me occupied or brings me back home to like think about. She said she always either washes clothes or washes dishes, because it just gives her, like, when you wash dishes or you doing something that just keeps you occupied, like you literally just got time to think and just cool it. Like that's like your relaxation. Like some people just do it like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know if I was listening to someone on YouTube one time, podcast, something like that. But it was somebody that said Mr. T always used to wear dirty sneakers,
right,
to humble himself. He had all the gold chains. And
yeah,
stuff,
that's what kind of fucked me up a little bit.
Well, he wore dirty sneakers to keep him humble.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But some people may not have that to go back to. Like if I said I want to go back home to the place where I lived at, I can't do that, because where I used to live at, it's a Panera Bread, new apartments over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where I can't go back to where I grew up at because it's gone. I have to find some other way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't figured it out yet, but I guess the only place I can say go back to is called home is my aunt's house, but that's all the way in, like I said, all the way up, like near the Virginia border.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a quick intermission right quick, people. We'll be back. All right, and we're back in here with the DZN Podcast. Come back from the break. And now, just get some thoughts about relationships. Not like who you're with right now. I don't care about that shit.
I keep my shit classic.
Hey, I'm with about 5 people right now. Nah.
But just like the thoughts on like the climate of relationships nowadays compared to how we was when we was younger.
When I was younger, I know relationships was okay. So and so said she liked me. Okay, maybe she do. I think I like her too. She cute. Oh, he cute. Then it was just, okay, let me ask her out. And that's how you guys started dating. That's how I know it. This is completely different now. It is completely different. You got so many websites you can go on. Niggas got eHarmony. Tinder. It's hard to get a girlfriend, man.
Bro, remember when writing notes to each other wasn't weird, bro?
Exactly.
I miss that shit, bro. You can't write a note to nobody now.
Write a note to nobody.
Nigga, I'd be one of the nicest niggas writing notes too if I could.
Airdrop.
What?
But they kind of killed it all with the phones.
It really did, bro.
But yeah, relationships these days, they're iffy. Like they're over and underrated, depending on you. Like that's how I feel about it. If you're like a lovey-dovey type of guy, then you're gonna want a relationship. But if you're one of those chill type of guys, like you probably not gonna want a relationship. Like,
but I put myself in a position where
some guys just like being a player, like a lot of women, you know, like so relationships are difficult.
Your thoughts?
Oh, me? My thoughts on relationships is don't get into any type of relationship if you can't like let go of your pride, bro. Cause it's just a bunch of petty shit in a relationship that fucks it up. Cause like everybody's doing their own little sneaky things to get at each other for no reason. Because the other one thinks the other one's doing something with somebody else, and they just end up doing little sneaky shit, and it just ruins everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think relationships are as like genuine anymore, because you want to make it seem like you're doing shit like everybody else. Since you can see everybody's life, everyone else is making it seem like their life is great, and they're taking pictures with other people. So now, when you have a girl and your homie posts a picture with his girl, now you mandatory have to do that shit for your girl, and you have to be the same level of happiness. That's why, like, it's not even about how happy you are either. It's just like they want to make it seem to their friends that they're having a better time than them. That's why I stopped hanging out with girls. So like they're more into their phone than they are like their actual life. I want a bitch that I can't text. Like she's always working. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, shit really changed, bro. Well, what about you, Jay?
Speaking from a guy that has never been in a relationship, it's really weird because I wish I had the confidence back then to get in one, because now I'm starting to get the confidence to be able to want to get in one, but now I'm in a place in life where I don't want it because I'm doing so much other shit. When I was littler, you know, niggas like girls and shit trying to get with you, but niggas like me too afraid to ask, but they fuck with you, but you don't know until you get older or they get with somebody else that they actually was fucking with you, but you never had the courage to ask. So it's like, damn, you missed that one. This girl, that girl, this, and you not learning, and nobody's teaching you anything.
Right.
I was really never. I ain't gonna say I was never taught shit, but most of this shit I learned. I had to learn by trial and error on the fly, or I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Fighting, had to learn that shit on the fly. It's not that my dad never like taught me how to fight. It's just I had to learn through trial and error. Like I said, playing basketball. Dad and mom were not basketball players. Well, my mom played basketball, but she didn't teach me how to play. So it was like my cousin was the one that was like, my cousin, I played like games with him, but it was just like, I never was taught how to play and shit. I had to learn that shit on the fly.
That's your role model, bro.
And far as talking to women, I had to learn that shit on the fly.
Right.
Mainly because I never wanted to talk to my parents about talking to women or trying to figure out how to do it. I just was trying to learn on the fly because I wasn't comfortable talking to people about things. Still not really. I had to learn on the fly how to do almost everything. And that's to my growth now where I am as a person, but as a younger guy, it might have been to my detriment at the moment.
Right.
So it's just trying to get in relationships. Back then I wish I would have at least a few to see what it felt like. But now it's just, you got women on stuck to their phones and other people stuck to their phones. You don't know who's talking to who about what. And it's like trying to gauge where the fuck they been at or doing with who. It's like, damn, what the fuck going on?
You really gotta have trust. Simple.
And I do not trust anybody. Not even some of my closest people.
Yeah, man.
I fuck with y'all, but sometimes I don't be trusting y'all. That's just real. It ain't y'all ain't done nothing bad. It's just like that's for where I came from, the shit I seen happen and it has happened to me. I don't be trusting people like that unless they really show me like, oh, they can try to trust them with this, that, and that. That's why I don't be telling people shit, because I learned from a year in third grade that to tell anybody about what you're trying to do or who you like, because they're gonna tell somebody every time. It's like, yeah, I gotta keep it all to myself. Yeah, the crazy thing is, people come to me for advice and shit, but I ain't got nobody to go to for advice and shit, really. So it's like, damn. I just be looking up like, damn, what the fuck? How am I supposed to be able to get through this? I can, but it's just like, damn, wish I had help like other people did. A little more help at least.
Right.
So that's my thoughts on relationships.
And one more thought, bro. Have you ever noticed like girls are extra like, what's the word? Like they're reluctant to trust. Like if you were any little thing you do around a woman, like she could think you're a creep or some shit like that. Like if you DM somebody, if you DM the wrong girl, it's gonna like she's like
Screenshot.
Huh?
Screenshot it.
What do you mean?
Nah, like say you can't even say shit in DM no more, cause they'll screenshot your ass and put you on the page wilding.
Nah.
You ain't even trying to be wild. You really trying to get to know her and express yourself. But she'll take it the wrong way and say, oh, he's thirsty. I'm not thirsty. I want to just I like you and I want to mess with you. But I can't take the chance to DM you because you might screenshot me.
But that's the you just gotta learn to not show your feelings like through a screenshot. Like these girls don't want to be treated like we think we want to be treated. So you if you DM a girl, it better be just you're bad as fuck. Just let it be a compliment like that and let it be simple. I promise you. I had to learn. One time I was girl, I really I was this is this. We could do this and that. It was really cute, right? Send it to her. Didn't respond. She read it. Didn't respond. So then some other girls, she had a fat. Damn, you sexy. Just because she had a fat ass. Damn, you're sexy as fuck. Da 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 da. She's oh, what? These women don't be wanting to have a nice guy, bro. If you're too nice, it makes you seem like you're a female. So they're not attracted to that.
It's all about who it comes from.
Yeah, they fuck with you definitely, but go ahead.
if they don't if it's not coming from somebody they're interested in, you're gonna probably get a thank you. But if it's coming from somebody that they're interested in, you're gonna get a whole different side of response. You're probably gonna get, thank you, some hard eyes, maybe some you too, or maybe even smirks and shit. Bro, it all depends on who it comes on to. But relationships, I've been in 3, 4 maybe. They're really time consuming, but depending on how you use that time is either going to be a great relationship or a bad one. So that's how I see a relationship.
Well, living in a society where everything is through walls, so to speak, not physical walls, but technological walls, phones, computers, businesses, marketing. It's all through a screen or a fucking wall.
Right.
So it's but the thing is, we grew up in the era before this shit kind of came through.
Yeah.
And subsided. So we're in the middle people. We were after the people who lived through life where it wasn't technology, but we were right before where this shit started popping off. So we're the generation in the middle. So it's we're trying to navigate sometimes through this bullshit because it's not what we're used to, but it is what we're used to at the same time.
Right.
Because we've seen both sides of the coin.
Yeah.
It's damn, we gotta operate in this era with the computers, but we still have the urge of wanting to just have the actual dialogue face to face or going outside on a date, wanting to write letters or a note, or just wanting to say, hey, do you like me? Yes or no, that type of shit. It's just damn. It makes you think the shit is hopeless, but it's still hope. But sometimes it makes you think, damn, it's no hope for this shit no more.
Yeah,
but it is.
We went from notes to texting and shit in 3 years. It's quicker than we left Vine from fucking Instagram. That's how fucking quick that shit was. Shit is crazy. I don't know what the hell in the next 10 years what niggas gonna be doing I don't know what the hell we gonna be doing. Passing actual phones back and forth, bro.
We gonna be passing thoughts sooner or later, bro.
True. You could have just thought like I did, nigga. Why you speak out loud?
Well, it's cause it's crazy. The government kind of knows where we are all the time anyway, bro. And have any of y'all been getting random ass phone calls lately, bro? From numbers y'all don't know.
Spams.
Yeah,
scams.
Iraq.
I've been getting that shit more and more lately. What the fuck is that about? That shit is weird.
Don't know, man. I don't know how they get my number.
Some weird. If the president got all our fucking numbers, then they know what the fuck we doing all the time, bro. So I just be look, I do what I got to do. I can't help. I'm not about to hide from y'all niggas because y'all know what the fuck I'm doing. So what?
True. That's why I just be jacking my dick outside. You feel me? What's the point? What's the point? Shit, man.
Anybody going to the fair? Any of y'all?
I might go just for get a candied apple and if I don't know. I gotta go with a hoe though. I have to go with somebody. If you go alone, you get it's I don't know. You realize how lonely you are.
I always wanted to go with a girl though. Like I never went with a girl.
If I get the opportunity to go with a woman, that's cool. But other than that, I'm probably gonna be chilling at the crib doing some shit.
I'm still go and get some food though. Alone or with somebody. I'm still gonna get food.
I went alone like a lot, like just to get my shit and leave. Mm-hmm. And like those days, you kind of realize like, damn, I really don't have no homies. I really don't, bro.
Real shit, yeah. Have y'all ever felt like every time you get what you want, you grow out of it?
Yeah.
Cause it's cause like every time I get good or great at something, I don't fuck with it anymore. It happened with video games. I got nice at video games, doing the game battle shit and all. Mm-hmm. I stopped wanting to play them shits. In basketball, I didn't get like super nice, but I got good enough to the point like, alright, I know I can dominate games. I just stopped playing. And it's like, damn. And then in school, I got to a point where I was like, alright, I did so good in school. Stop having motivation to like care at a point in school. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, damn, this gonna be, it's like the cycle of life that's happening. I get really good at something, then I stop liking it and want to do something else. Mm-hmm. Cause I thought I was a dude that could like do one thing that he liked most of his life and just add on instead of just stop caring about it or switching up. Y'all ever felt that way about some shit?
Mm-hmm. Like when I was like short, I was shorter than my brother, and then I grew and I was taller than my brother, and I was like, why did I want this so bad? And like it was stuff like that. It was never like if I wanted to set out and do something, even if I felt like I was good at something, like I always see like there was room to improve, so I never felt like I got so great at something to where it was boring to me. I don't think that's happened.
Mm-hmm. No, I've never had it. So I'm like, I've been good at it and then just said, I'm done. Yeah, I'm not if I feel like I'm good at something, if I'm good at something, I'm probably gonna try to expand with it for it. Like when I found out I can write poems, and then I was like, okay, well, what is rap, rhythm, and poetry? Yeah. So I was just like, well, let me do that, and it works. So.
Yes. And I don't know, like when with like basketball, like I could see how like you could get, but like every game is different. Like every time you play is different. Even though it's like you could be good at it, like I think if you're really good at something and you know that you're that good at it, you should try to like challenge yourself, like find a way to challenge yourself, but still do what you're doing, but just find a way to make it new. Like if you notice that the niggas that you're playing with aren't as good as you, maybe you need to fuck with some niggas that are good as you.
Good that way better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the thing is, in that aspect of basketball, I rarely seen that shit.
Oh shit!
Let me reroute what I said. It's like when the times I did play, I wasn't playing in those aspects, so I stopped or when I did, it was always arguments or shit that would make me not enjoy my experience playing basketball. So every time I seen those like nice dudes, they would always be arguing over dumb shit and diluting the game. That's what really made me stop like fucking with basketball for a while. It was so many fucking arguments and bullshit. It stopped being fun. And I got to the point where I was like, I wasn't like crazy good at dominate the court for a day. I was getting close, but I got to a point in my head where I was just like, okay, I know I can do it because I see myself do it a few times before. But it's not just that I got so good I stopped playing. That happened, and at the same time, I lost my love for the game. It wasn't just the skill level got to a point. It was I lost my love for what I was doing. So that made me not even want to do it no more. That's the thing that really just fucked me up. Video games, it came to a point in video games where all the niggas I used to like play with when I first got home, they stopped playing. and they like them niggas were just, I was so cool with them dudes, and it was fun. And then I start getting like, and you play for a while, you start getting angry at dumb shit or little shit constantly over and over. Makes you lose the love out of that and fun. It's not fun anymore. It's like a job or a chore. So I stopped playing.
Right.
I really hope that doesn't happen with music. I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm starting to like play basketball again and shit. I'm probably gonna get a game system again. But it's just got to a point where I just lost my love for those two things. I just cut it loose.
Yeah, I love video games. Though. I'm always have video games on me. I love video games.
Yeah, I just lost my desire, and I stopped enjoying it. Once you stop enjoying something, that's really gonna make it seem to value how much you really value that thing.
Like, did like 3 summers ago, like 2 summers ago, that's when I really started like being around females and stuff a lot, and then like being with them like females more made me now want to play like video games. Not just, you know what I'm saying, like it made me want to put more my time towards the women then, you know what I'm saying. So I never, like, it was just like some periods where I would stop doing shit, and then I would come back with less skill, and then I'd work back up.
Right.
So, I mean, but I like to make sure, like, every time is a little bit different. So, like, you just gotta try to, even with basketball, like, if you know you can do, like, between the legs with your eyes closed and everything, just try to make it harder somehow. It's like, because if you've gotten to a point where you're good, and you can quit and do something else and get good, think about have you devoted that to one thing and how good you could have been. So try to like really challenge yourself and think of ways that you can fuck yourself up.
Alright. Yeah, like I told myself like when I started getting real good at basketball, like when I started getting taller and I started basically developing on my body and stuff. Like I was just like, man, I want to make a YouTube channel, like me 1v1ing guys for shoes, just like everywhere, like, you know, just like subscribers and stuff, like 1v1 for shoes, and like that would be like something real cool to do, you know, because I can get some crazy shoes, you know, stuff like that.
I would watch that shit. Nigga got a shoe thing.
Yeah, like it's something like real cool, and I was like, because like back when I used to be like hell nice, you know, it's like when that's how I was wanting to do. I wanted to 1v1 people for shoes. Because Tyrese know if I don't want you to score, you won't score, man.
Right, and if you do that to yourself, bro, taking a risk on yourself, like that adrenaline, like that takes it to, like, that'll make you,
it's like a drive.
It reinvents you, like, so when you do get bored of something, try to do that.
It's like, yo, 1v1 me for these shoes, and then you put a shoe on the line, or multiple shoes for this shoe or multiple other shoes.
Like take their shoes off.
Like
the game, you have to untie your
with Tyrese, I bet him every last pair of my shoes in that closet, he couldn't beat me 1-on-1. All he had to do was score.
Well, all we got to do is look in the closet right now and see where we can look in the closet now.
I think it's like 27 pairs of shoes. Jay's in there, so, and he didn't score one time. All he had to do was score once.
I wanted to hustle somebody, but like I would never, like, you know what I'm saying, like I'd never be that. Like I would only hustle niggas that, like, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't beat nobody.
Yeah.
Let alone.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's like a drive. I know Tyrese can score me. You know he's gonna just throw some shit up. He's gonna score, but for him not to, that's like a up for me. And it's like it just makes you feel good inside. Makes you feel like you can do way more things, and then it also builds that love for the game.
But the thing was, I kept. The thing wasn't me. I kept going against the same people, challenging myself, and that got boring after a while. I needed to see different people. Like what y'all said, go play with different people. I say that to everybody listening to this, whoever. When that happens to you, go to different people, Please do it. Please do it seriously. You need to if you want to better yourself. Do it. Don't keep playing the same people doing different shit and think you're getting like different results. That's insanity. Dude, go different people. Thing is, you need to just cut off everything. They may not fuck with you afterwards. They may dish you, but go play other people.
Yeah.
It's not even just like here. It's just like in life. Like I said, if I delete somebody at 0 that I feel is less than me, it doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Because it's happened. I played against somebody that haven't scored, but it's just like I knew he's not better than me, and he may not have been trying, or maybe he has been trying, but I know for a fact I was gonna beat him.
Yeah.
That's never fun.
Right.
It's never fun. It's like trying to fight somebody with one arm. You know you're gonna whoop their ass because they only got an arm.
That's a whole nother level though. They gonna get one arm. What are you fighting him for?
But that's what I'm saying though. You know you're gonna win that fight. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna win that fight.
Yeah.
So it's just like you need to have another, because there's always another level you can go to.
What if that nigga had like one big ass arm?
Yeah, like why you think, like it's like, I see what he's saying, like why you think LeBron left Cavs the first time? Because he was like, well, I proved that I can get there. Well,
bad management, bad team.
He was just like, well, he was just probably like, I know I can get there, but I just can't get there with this team. Let me go somewhere else. That's how he felt. But then what he didn't know was he didn't know he had that mentality. Let me call it Mamba mentality until that last year. He got swept in the finals, but look at what he did for that team.
It's because he was around Kobe at that time.
He brought that George Hill, that J.R. Smith that couldn't shoot. He could shoot, but he wasn't dropping them shots. That Kyle Korver that wasn't dropping shots. That Tristan Thompson that couldn't grab a rebound to save his life. And brought that team, that's some scrubs, to the finals.
Yeah.
I salute him. He got swept, but I salute him.
Yeah. Well, he could at least won a game though. My only nitpicky thing about that series is he could have won game 1 if he didn't give up after the JR stuff.
Yeah,
I know that was crazy.
But how do you think you would feel after that? After that just happened, y'all just came this close. Literally a timeout away.
Still 5 minutes left. Still 5 minutes left. I don't give a fuck how good they are. Still 5 minutes left.
Would that be like running the mile and like getting to the tape and not splitting the tape? You know what I'm saying? And figure out you gotta run the whole race again if you want to come in. You know what I'm saying?
Thing is,
that shit crazy.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
We all have lived a life. We've all been gotten knocked down before we got a millisecond from reaching our destination. We gotta get back up still. That's the same type of shit, just in the basketball game format. You know how sports relates to life? That's a perfect example right there. That's a character show, right? Prove it right.
But look at it like this. Had they won that game against GSW on the road and then go back home and win another one, yeah, that really would have been good. And like, you literally just fucked it up for the whole series. That's what it looked like. Like, that's really just like, because like, I feel like if they would have got that win, that really would have motivated them. Like, okay, we can get another one.
Yeah,
we can get another one. We can get another one. That really just weakened LeBron. I feel like that was like that just really killed his mentality. Like, he almost had it and grasped his hands. He had to go to State Warriors on their neck in that finals, bro. Game 1, had his foot on their neck, literally. Dropped 50-something points first game.
Goodness gracious, that was the craziest shit. Pulling up. Yeah.
He was pulling up shots like he was Curry, like he was KD, like he was Clay. And it was dropping. Carried the fucking team.
Second George Hill missed that shot. J.R. Smith did some crazy shit. Like, from that point beyond, I could see like he was getting ready for next season. Like,
literally, like,
because like you can see it in the numbers, you can see it in his face. He didn't look like, I know he was hiding some type of like, oh shit, like I can't believe this happened, but like he was focused on next season.
But even though that game still could have been won, that's all I'm saying. That game still could have been won.
True, but then you're asking that man to be God. Like you can't be perfect. Like giving your all like for 15 years,
and then
you can afford one game. Like I mean, it of course like if he would have done that. That's great, but like don't nitpick him because like that nigga's been doing. Like I'm saying like. He's not perfect, so let him have that L. Let him have that
just
L.
branch all that far. He like literally got past who? Toronto.
Sweet.
Got right past them. Which okay, so I can't really count that game.
Sweet.
Right past them. He got past the Celtics.
7 games. Bruh. Lost technically.
Honestly,
there they would have lost.
If they had Kyrie, they would have lost. They would have lost.
Exactly.
But he got past them Celtics, bro. It was a power squad.
And he went 7 games in Indiana too. Don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Oh yeah, he probably even like
Victor Oladipo was dropping him off, bro. Cooking him. Victor Oladipo was dropping him off.
Yeah.
He had that same heart in him, bro. Imagine how he felt. I got another season, but when you get that far again.
It's on the first round for Oladipo. He played for the Thunder before.
They don't count. They didn't let him play.
Maybe they did. Alright.
He was a dunker then.
He was that then. He just didn't develop yet.
Yeah, he was a singer.
Yeah.
I forgot the niggas saying.
Hey man, he could sing though. He could sing.
That was. Yeah. Well, let's talk about getting older right quick.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of piggybacking. Kind of like
man.
Kind of like this piggybacking off of like what we just talked about. Kind of growing out of like getting to a certain age and stop messing with it. Kind of like we was talking about in the car earlier. Like we like wasn't forced to like hoop anymore. You noticed you didn't need that to get where you was. So go ahead, try to.
Oh, I zoned out. You said talk about how old we are.
You know, yeah, kind of like aging through
growing.
Growing. That's what it is.
So like, I'm learning to like listen to people, like really listen to what they're trying to say to me instead of like, I don't know, like making any like assumption of what they're trying to do. Like, oh, he's trying to be better than me, or he's trying to do this to me, trying to sign me. No, I just try to like listen to what people say, and like really try to like apply some of the stuff to my life, because like I don't know, it can help. So I just learning to do that and chill. Like sometimes like just chill.
Like growing up, it was like one thing I always heard was, "Hey man, stay in school. Hey man, stay in school." I always heard it. Stay in school. I'm just like, where else am I going? Like, as a kid, I was just like, where the fuck am I going? Like,
of course.
Like, stay in school. Stay in school. And I heard it all from kindergarten, literally to 12th grade. Always heard it. Stay in school. Stay in school. And I never understood why they said it until I got out of high school. Because like I was in high school, 9th grade. I literally played my fucking 9th grade. Failed 9th grade. Failed. I'm not gonna lie. I failed 9th grade. Then I bounced back. 10th grade year. Failed my 10th grade year. Played again. And I'm just like, well, and then it still didn't hit me. But it was always like, stay in school, Tyler, stay in school. And fortunately, I did make it out with a 2.8 GPA. That ain't that bad. that's decent for failing twice. So, it's like I literally got out into the real world. Took a year off. I didn't want to go to college. Graduated from Broughton. Then I'm going to work and stuff, and then I'm looking at it, and then I'm getting all these bills. I'm just like, that's why they said stay in school. Because I could have a better job if I stayed in school. I could be making more an hour if I stayed in school.
True. Like,
it all hit me all at once, and I was just like, damn. I really wanted to sit there and cry about it, but I was like, nah, man up. Like, nah, you ain't about to cry. But that's one thing about growing up. Like, you got to listen to them people before you that was there, because they know. That's why like when I hear somebody talking to me, like when we would be at Laurel Hills and what's his name, Craig, when he be talking to us, I literally take it all in. Like, I'm like a sponge right now, and I'm just like, yo, I'm hearing you, I'm hearing everything. Like, my mom tells me, stay up on your bills, and I do. I always do. I always stay up on my. Sometimes even if I got extra money, I pay early, cause like she's like whatever somebody says before me to make me grow will definitely, like, thank you. Like, all the people that said stay in school, thank you, because I see it now. So after it all hit me, I applied to Wake Tech and High Point. Got into High Point, but I said, nah, let me slow down, because it's a lot of money in that. I will literally be slaving my life away. So I was just like, let me go to Wake Tech for 2, and then I'm gonna transfer to High Point. So literally, I was on the ropes of falling off the edge. Like, I was literally about to, like, until it finally hit me. Stay in school. It finally hit me. So like, that's my growing up experience. And like, anybody before you must listen. Stay in school. Like, and I hope it doesn't hit people late like it hit me. Right. But I was literally on the edge, man.
As far as like aging for me, it's weird, because from being an innocent kid, so to speak, or having the image of an innocent kid, doing everything correctly, being the golden good son. I ain't gonna say like I wasn't a bad kid, nah, but I had my tugs and pulls. I had some shit, a few things I did. I ain't gonna speak about them. I had a few bad things that happened. Like I said, I got my few scraps and shit, talking shit, whatever, main shit. But it's weird though. It's like, have y'all ever been in a situation when like all your friends just turned on you and you couldn't do shit about it but just fight it out? Have any of y'all?
I don't think I've ever been in a position like that.
Yeah.
Have you played like organized ball? And then it never happened to you? Like, everybody
like turn on me? Nah.
It happened to me.
Like I said, it's not basketball. This is like outside of basketball. Like, you got one homie that ain't cool with you, but some shit he did to you, but it's like he feel like you did him wrong, and now he's taking it out on you. But he gotta find another way, so he do it to your other homie. Then you gotta fight your other homie, even though you don't want to. But then after you fight him, he gives that other homie a reason to scrap with you.
I'm connecting the dots, but that seems extremely specific. I have something like that, but not exactly like that.
Yeah, that's like a butterfly effect right there.
Yeah, it's like he was here this time. It was like, that's crazy.
And then, like I said, then y'all scrap. Then it get cool afterwards, but it's just like, damn, what the fuck was that for? You know what it was for, but it's like, it could have been another way to handle that.
But listen, you only say that now, but because then you didn't know that.
Very true.
Your demeanor was not how it is now. Like now, had this happened now, it would have been stopped from the beginning. It wouldn't have came to this homie, that homie. It would have been this homie. Hey, yo, what's going on? Like, bro, we supposed to be cool, you know? And if nobody agrees, y'all gonna man it up. Y'all gonna go y'all separate ways. Bygones be bygones. Simple. But your demeanor has changed. That's why you can say that now. But back then, it was all, I gotta fight. I got to.
The way I looked at it, you're all right, but I feel like that was the only way I could get out of that situation. Because I don't like fighting at all. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. It's probably why I wasn't good at it growing up, because I hated fighting. I never did that shit with just I wanted to avoid it. But I was never scared to fight. Don't get it twisted. I was never scared. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's better other things to do besides fight. But that situation right there just kind of fucked me up. That made me realize that at any moment, at any time, cool or not cool, niggas can turn on you like a snap of a finger. Like niggas can just switch. That just made my antenna spark up. Cause before that happened, I was just an innocent kid thinking everybody was like cool and nice and shit. But like leading up to that, getting bullied, people talking shit all day. You fat, your whip's big as fuck, dude. Look like Bubble from Forrest Gump. Like all that shit. Like look at his titties sticking through his shirt. Like all that shit.
Oh shit.
All that. Just going through middle school and shit, like all that shit, just building up. It's just like, damn. I couldn't spaz out. Cause one, that wasn't my mentality. And two, if I did spaz out, everybody was gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
Cause when I spaz out, I don't really black out, but I don't give a fuck about anybody that's around me. I'm getting my point across no matter what. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna fucking spaz. Live or death, like that's if I get really mad, that's where it can go.
Yeah, that's I think that's where your confidence went. It was just like damn, like you just feel like how they made, like they were talking about you and you believed it. That's what happened. You believed it. Like my mom, like when somebody was talking about me in school, like they used to always talk about my teeth, like always. They would always tell me how skinny I was and shit like that. They were like, yo, Tyler, you look like SpongeBob, this, that, and third, da, 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 da. But I never let it get to me because my mom always told me, she go, do you look like SpongeBob? And I'd be like, and I'd be sitting there, I'd be sitting in the living room crying, and I'd be like, no, I don't look like SpongeBob. She'd be like, all right, then, if you know the truth about you, don't let somebody tell lies and don't believe it. Ooh. That's what my mama told me.
Fire.
That's exactly what my mom told me. That's why my confidence that's why I always smiled through everything. Because my confidence never went down. No matter what somebody say about me. Even if I want the truth. Even if I say like, hey, how does music sound? How does music sound? And you say it sounds terrible. That's your opinion. We all entitled to it. That's what happens. That's how I deal with it.
Like, so I'm learning to deal with that shit better now. Mm-hmm. But after that situation, and on top of, I had people dying in my family at the time. That's probably around the time like my uncle passed and shit. So with that on top of that, after that, that's when my emotions stopped. Mm-hmm. That's when that shit just stopped. I ain't gonna say I ain't feel nothing, but my reactions towards sad shit or mad or crazy shit was nothing.
Right.
I have not cried since. It has been about almost 10 years since that shit happened.
Yeah. I
have not shed a tear since. I know that shit ain't normal. I know for a fact that shit's not normal.
It's like, it's a still point. That's all it is. It's like a still point in your life. Like, it hit you so hard to the point where it was just like, you just shrug everything off. And like, and what's great about you, and I tip my hat to you, a lot of people that have lost a life or something like that, somebody really care about, you know what they result to? Drugs. Yeah. They result to weed, drugs. But look, this is what you was doing. You was playing basketball and you was playing video games because you loved it. That's what you loved to do. And like what kept you occupied was you stopped because you was like, man, it's getting boring. I can do something else. Man, it's getting boring. I can do something else. You never resorted to weed. You never resorted to any type of way to get your mind off of that. But other things, like people are doing that now. They're resorting to weed, lean, Xanax, and everything to get away from pain. But if you face that vicious problem, right to the punch up front, it's nothing. Like when people started mentioning that SpongeBob thing to me when I was in elementary school. All right. Okay. And like, it makes you look so much stronger. You don't look weak no more. You don't look vulnerable. You look so much stronger. And I salute you, honestly.
Yeah, this is like therapy, yo. That's
what it is, bro. Oh, I salute you. Like people were really like, I'm such a low life in my. I'm just like they just tell themselves I'm such at a low point in my life. I just want to throw it away. They don't think they have anything else to live for, so they just result to stuff like that. They think about suicide. They get depressed. They get this, that, and third. But if you face it, I promise you, it will do you so much better than drugs. I promise. That's to anybody. That's to anybody.
Like, so I'm keeping it real. Like, so those thoughts went in my head, but they went out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
They went in and out of my head. Like, the thoughts having is just like, damn, no, I feel like I'm the only one here.
Right.
I posted that on Facebook one time. I feel like I'm the only one in the world right now. Cause I get in these spaces where cause I'm not on the side of the nerd. I'm not on the side of the hood nigga. I'm not in the vein with the cool niggas. I'm not in the vein with the athletes. Not in the vein with the fucking artsy people. Mm-hmm. I'm literally in the middle because I have all that in me somewhere, but I don't abide to a group. So I'm literally like the nigga that stands out like a sore thumb. So it's just like, damn, I'm not a part of nobody, but I just grew to the point I was just like, I got cool with that shit. Because I have it for so long, I just got used to it.
Yeah.
So it was just like, damn, it's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't advise everybody to take that stance. Here's why. You have other people in life that care about you too.
Right.
Everybody doesn't have the mental capacity to live like that. And at times that shit's gonna get really fucking sad and boring and lonely.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very lonely. But in life sometimes you do have to be lonely in order to get where you need to be. I'm not saying that has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So just like you have this. The thing is, I deal with my shit eternal. I did all my shit. I would try to run, but I could never get away because it will always come back in a way. It's always coming back like the boomerang. Bow, hit me right in my forehead. So I gotta deal with that shit. I gotta think about that shit. Think about the past mistakes that fucked me up. Think about the past decisions I made I could have changed. But that's came and gone. It's a new situation coming every day. You gotta live life, wake up every day. There's no way out. Unless you take yourself out, but that's not gonna get you away from the problems. That's short term. That's a short term decision for that's a long term decision for a short term problem. That shit is not a long term problem. Trust me. Cause you're not gonna live like that for the rest of your life unless you let yourself live like that.
Right.
Then that's how that shit could go. That's that. Just did life gonna throw bullshit at you. That's just how it is.
Right.
You just gotta deal with that bullshit.
Yeah, it's all about how you deal with it.
That is kind of crazy, bro. Cause like I felt like if it was the worst day of my life, 2 weeks later, like literally 2 weeks later, I would barely even be like, it would barely even cross my mind. So like, had I would never think about killing myself. Well, I actually thought I should shoot myself once. But like, had I like taken my life, like 2 weeks later, I would have been straight. So like, that's kind of crazy.
Like, you never know what the future holds. You never know what, I don't know y'all religious beliefs, but you never know what God's plan is for you. That's why you shouldn't take your life. You shouldn't even think about it, because you don't know what he has in store for you. He has something great for everybody. Even if it was for, because in your life you will lose somebody. Maybe it's for a reason. For maybe to empower you, to bring you up. Even though it puts you down, bring you up later in life. You know what I'm saying? So like, you never know what he has in store for you. Like with Kanye, he said he lost his mom. I think it was like 2005, and like maybe that's why he messed up now. But like, look at it now. Look at it like this. He's making so much money. He's like literally set for life.
True.
Set for life.
At what cost?
What you mean?
He's making the money, but it's at a cost.
It's at a cost of him looking. It's at the cost of him looking like a fool, like him looking like he's switching sides.
It's at the cost of his sanity.
Yeah.
He's losing his sanity right now. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All that money he got don't mean shit when your mind ain't right. It's like being a rich nigga that can't buy his way out of debt.
Yeah.
But like in a way, like I envy him because like those guys, like Kanye, I'm gonna go as far to say like Steve Jobs or whatever. Like they get to a point in their life where like say like they've been like thinking ahead for a while and they built up like the skills to do that to a point where like it's easy for them. Like they get to visit like a dimension like or whatever, a mind state that most niggas never get to like reach. So like if that comes at the cost of people looking at you and saying things about you, how often does that happen anyway? So like I don't know, it's like if you're a hero you kind of have to live like a little bit of a burden. So
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, just talk about some. What are y'all like goals? Y'all ain't gotta like exactly state some goals, cause I know y'all like might want to keep them shit to yourselves or whatnot. But kind of like futuristic type shit, like goals.
I'm gonna let him go first. I've been going first.
I need to go first. My goals is to have not even like this has nothing to do with money. I really just want everyone that's around me. I want everybody in this world to live a happy life. Everyone to live this world a happy life at your own cost. Nobody like I want everybody to feel equal, but to your own extent, to yourself. I literally want the best for everyone in this world, and I want to do anything I can to shift that and how the world has literally even with how gay people are going about their shit, like they still people. End of the day, in discussion, they still people. Like I want them to live their life not through any criticism, through all that. I really want everyone to live their life, not perfect, but like good, you know. Like, hey, I got a good life. Hey, I'm $300 in debt. Hey, it's fine. Like, literally live your life with a few problems. Just because nobody's perfect. Like, live your life. I just want everybody to be great. I don't want anybody to feel. Underrated or anything. Because we all the same. We all people. All of us. Like, come on now. There's people out here that sing better than Rihanna. Honestly. But I just want everybody to be equal, and I want to try, and I want to try to change that. That's one goal of mine.
It's a huge goal.
Hmm?
That's a huge goal.
Yeah, man.
You need the Nobel Peace Prize. Me, my goal, I want to be the second black president. Shout out to Kanye. Say nah. Goals. My goal is to try to learn how to leave my comfort zone, so that way I can be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I want to actually learn how to talk to like people that are younger than me and show them like a little tricks, like just small shit, just like someone did for me. I just want to pass down that same knowledge that I got and I actually like took in, and it actually helped. And I want to be able to tell that to like just like people who are like who can start on this shit early and then really build on it, so like in the future nobody will be able to catch them.
Right.
And yeah. I want to learn how to fucking work Photoshop. Damn. Shit's crazy.
It's gonna be personal, but fuck it. My goal for me and anybody who has been in the state or wants to or needs to hear this message or whatnot, I want to have ultimate self-freedom. Meaning, I want to be able to live without having to give a fuck. Even though I don't really now, just still, I got my little quirks. It's like not caring about, being afraid to express who I am, not being afraid of talking to somebody because of what they think about me or what they think of me, not being afraid to show my talents or what people think about what I could or can't do, besides of what people look at me and think they see, showing who I really am. That's my goal, like ultimate freedom and ultimate happiness too, because I feel I never had that. Like I never had truly legit happiness and freedom since I was born as a kid, running around the house because life ain't hit a nigga yet. That's my goal. I like life goal. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To create genuine happiness for yourself.
Freedom.
Mm.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Alright. Y'all got anything to plug? Y'all got anything to plug? Social media handles?
Drake's Mask KK.
You got an Instagram, people can reach you.
At like charcoal.
I don't know if people get to hear that.
Man, you can just type it in the when you post it, man.
Alright. DZN Podcast episode 3. Got Dre, Zoe, Light Charcoal, aka Tyler.
Did it that way.
And we're out of here. Peace.
Yo, give my mixtape to somebody, anybody. All right, that's what